Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Today in this video, I'm going to show you how many types of variables are there in PowerApps and how to create, use and edit variables in PowerApps as well. So let's start. So first of all, I will tell you what is variable. And if you have watched one of the previous videos, you will see a variable in more detail. So what is variable? Variable is used to store information to be referenced in program or in PowerApps. We can think of variables as a container that holds information, and we use that container in different places in our program or in PowerApps. Information can be number, string, date and so on. So for example, variable name is my age and value is 12. So this shows a number variable. And second example, employee name, and the value of this variable is Mike John. This shows this is string variable. And the third variable is joining date, and the value of this variable is this 12th December 2019. 2019. So there are different types of variables as well, but these are three examples I just mentioned over here. So this is the variable and the value is 12. This is variable, the value of Mike John. This is variable as well. The value is this. So I can, whenever I use my age in my program, I will get the value 12. So wherever I will use employee name as a variable in my program, I will get the value Mike John. And the same case with joining date. So why we need variable? We create variables to manipulate data later in the program. We create variables to manipulate data in different parts of the program or app. We create variables to pass from one place to another place in program or app. I will show you shortly how to create variables, how to use and manipulate variables in PowerApps. How many types of variables are there in PowerApps? One is contextual variable, global variable, and collection. So we are going to see how to create, use and edit this contextual variable, global variable in this video. And for collection, I will make another video because I think we need separate video for the collection. So let's start to create contextual variable. So this is home screen for PowerApps, and I will create app, and I will create canvas app from blank. So I have named my app is my var app. Create. Okay, so we have one screen, and first of all we will work with contextual variable. So let me insert label over here so that we will all know we are talking about the contextual variable. Okay, so what we will do first, I will take one label, I will put one label on a screen. I will use one button as well. So label 1 and button 1 as well. So this is my button and this is my label. Okay, now we can see I can change this text inside label from here. If I say I like PowerApps, so I can see it has changed over here. So in the same way, I can use contextual variable over here. First of all, you need to know what is a syntax or what is a way to define contextual variable. So what I'm going to do is I will make a contextual variable. I will create a contextual variable on the click of this button. So I have put the text, click me. As soon as I will click on this button, there I would create a contextual variable, and this is the place on select of this button. On select means on click. I will create a contextual variable. So how we create contextual variable in Power Apps? Like this: update context and curly brackets close, and we will give the name over here. For example, my name. You can type anything over here under the rules to create a variable in Power Apps. So you can type like my age, my name, your name, employee name, or employee, whatever you want. So my name, and over here I am defined Hussein Mehdi. So if I click this button, it will come over here and it will define the contextual variable. This code means when I click on this button, it will come over here, and what it will do, it will create contextual variable, and the name of that variable will be my name, and the value is Hussein Mehdi. And our purpose is when I click on this button, this Hussein Mehdi will be visible over here, will be seen on this label. So let me run this app. If I click this, it will create a variable. Oh, but it is not coming on the label. Variable is created, but it is not coming on the label. Let me check. Okay, variable is created, and if you want to see variable is created or not, you can confirm, and you should come over here, view variable. You see screen 1. So variable is there, my name, and the value is Hussein Mehdi. My name and the value is Hussein Mehdi, but it is not coming on the label. So what is the problem? The problem is we have created variable, contextual variable, but we have not used it in our program. We just created this variable, but we have not used it. So I want to show Hussein Mehdi on the label. So I will use contextual variable over here. So what is the name of the variable? My name. See, you can see my name variable. As soon as I assign this variable to this label, it will show over here Hussein Mehdi. See, Hussein Mehdi. Now the problem is whenever I click this, it will show Hussein Mehdi over here always. What I want to do is I want to show different values over here. Okay, so for this, what we can do, we can insert text box over here, and we can change the name of the text box, txt my name. Okay, so what we would like to do over here is whatever value I enter in this text box and I click this button, this value will be visible over here on this label. How? Let's see. We will go on the button, click, and we will not use this hard-coded value. What we will use over here is this control text. Let's see. So what is the name of this control? txt my name. Dot text. So whenever I will click over here, it will come over here, it will get the text, from the text box and assign to the contextual variable my name. And then we have already done on the label will get the value of my name variable. This is the variable. Let's run. See, see, so now whatever I am entering over here, it is visible over here. So let's review a little bit. Okay, so I have a label, I have a text box, I have a button. So whenever I click this button, it creates contextual variable. The name of the variable is my name, and that my name variable gets value from this text box. Once variable is created on the label, I say use this variable to get this value, like this. Now we have created contextual variable. We have used contextual variable. We have created contextual variable like this. Then we have used contextual variable over here, and we can also edit contextual variable in our program as well, the value of the contextual variable. So on click of this button, I will use again that variable, and then I am changing any value. Okay, now let's run the program. So whatever I will type over here, this label will show this value. But if I click this, the value of that variable will be changed, and the label will get that value. See, the value is changed. Yes, value is changed, and this is extra text we have added on label. We can delete this. And now run. 555, click me, value is now this, and I have changed value on this button. See, yes, the value is changed. So we have created variable on this button. We have used contextual variable on label, and we have changed value of the contextual variable on this button. And you saw that we created contextual variable on this button, and we are using that contextual variable over here and over here. This button, this text box, this label, all of these components or controls are on the same page. That's why I am able to access this variable on this page, whether on this control, whether on this control. If I go to the next page, will I be able to access this variable? Let's see. Create new screen, put label over here, and use my variable, which was created on screen 1. My name. You can see I don't have access to the contextual variable. This is control. This is not a contextual variable. So this is the name of the contextual variable. You can see over here. My name. Copy. Screen 2. Paste. Label. So I cannot use my name contextual variable on the second page. It is giving me error. And what error is this? Name is not valid. The identifier is not recognized. So this is contextual variable. If you are creating contextual variable on one screen, you will not be able to access that variable on second or third or any other screen. You would only be able to access that contextual variable on the same page. Now you know what is contextual variable. Contextual variable can only be accessed, edited on the same page where that contextual variable was created. You cannot use contextual variable on any other page. So now you know what is contextual variable, you know how to create contextual variable, you know how to use contextual variable, you know how to edit contextual variable. Okay, now we are going to move to discuss what is global variable. So I will move these on the top and I will put a label over here. Put global variable 22 and bold and center line. Okay, now we are going to do the same activity but for global variable. So put a label over here, put a button, text box, okay. Now global. So when I click this button, it will create a global variable. And how we create global variable in PowerApps? With set function. So you will write set bracket and you will give the name of variable, for example employee name, and you will use this variable name in your program, comma, comma, and what's the name of this text box? Employee name. So I will use this one over here, dot text. So now I have created global variable when I click over here with the name of employee name, and the value of this global variable is the value what I will insert in this text box, text employee name dot text. And then again I will use this variable name over here on the label. Now I am going to run my app and then I will click on this global variable button. So right over here, this is global variable, and as soon as I will click over here, it will get this value and create a global variable and put on the label over here on the left side. See, this is global variable. Now I have a global variable with me and I have used this one as well. So we can see we have created global variable over here and we have used global variable over here. Because I am on the same page where I am creating global variable, I can access global variable as well, like contextual variable. But when I go to the next page, I am not able to use this contextual variable. Let's try global variable, and the name of the global variable is employee name. You see employee name, we can see employee name variable, global variable over here, and if I use this is global variable from the last screen over here. We created global variable over here and we are using this global variable on the next page. This error is because we used contextual variable over here. So now we saw we can create contextual variable, we can use contextual variable on the same page. We cannot use contextual variable on different page. Then we saw we can create global variable over here, and we can use global variable on the same page, but we can also use this global variable on the next page as well. But we cannot use contextual variable over here. Why? Because contextual variable was created on screen 1. But there is one way as well where we can use, or we can create contextual variable on screen 1, and we can use this contextual variable on screen 2. There is one way we can use, and that way is with navigate function. I am not going to cover that navigate function in this video. I will make next video for the navigate function, where I will show you how to use navigate function, what is navigate function, and what we can do with the navigate function as well, where we will use contextual variable with navigate function, and then we will create contextual variable on screen 1, and we will use that contextual variable on screen 2 with the navigate function. So this is how we create, use, and access contextual variable and global variable, and these are the differences between contextual variable and global variable, and these type of questions are asked in interview as well. So you should know what is contextual variable, how to create it, what is global variable, how to create it, and what is the difference between global variable and contextual variable. So let's back to presentation. Okay, so far we have seen contextual variable, global variable. For collection, I will create another video because it will need to have separate video. But as far as the definition is concerned, I can tell you what is collection. Collection is a set of rows and columns in PowerApps. Collection is also a type of variable where we save data in terms of tabular form, rows and columns, and then we access those variables, those values from the collection. Just for those who know data source in PowerApps, so you can say collection is a in-memory kind of data source in PowerApps, where we have rows and columns. We can add rows, we can rename columns, we can add columns, we can remove columns, we can change the values in collection. You will have fun. We will see what is collection and how to use collection in PowerApps. Okay, so what we have learned so far: what is variable, why we need variable, how many variable types are there in PowerApps, how to create variable in PowerApps, whether it's a contextual, global. We will see collection in another video. How to read variable in PowerApps, how to change variable value in PowerApps, what is set function in PowerApps. Set function is used to create global variable. What is update context function in PowerApps, which is used to create contextual variable. So this is the end of the video. Now you can use contextual variable, global variable in your PowerApps. Thank you for watching this video, and stay blessed and keep learning. Thank you.